Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay.
Welcome to Game 1.
California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Let's go, boys, bring it up!
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
All right, defense. Let's start off good.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
From the 39. Flacco, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside, you can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him. Gives him that huge chip on his shoulder, and when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender
Going for the field goal. Good. 3-0.
and have a chance to affect the pass.
Wait a minute.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
They missed it. Nothing.
Game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Still going. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Let's go, Raiders.
I'd say right down broad.
You're on offense, boys.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Good start. 6-0.
As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, blocking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it?
6-0 our score.
Deeper, I think, and maybe
Missed the 2-point conversion. Merry Christmas to you all.
They must like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now it's Flacco. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Play action. Flacco. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Flacco. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow,
6-0, 6-3.
Film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Run it, boy.
Shrugs off another.
Let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if the guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100?
Good start, boys.
I guarantee that they do. That's what they
For the
think
second
about,
play
they dream
of
about,
your
they
offense.
visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get the 2.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Start of the second, 6-3.
1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? First in the secondary.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right,
14-3.
I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. 3rd and just 1. It's Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it?
Run!
Daly, the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 77 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Weren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run ahead of space with the back line. And in this case, the offense figured it out.
A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they
22-3
game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the
2nd
right
quarter.
approach and going after it.
Merry
Also,
Christmas.
they signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Flacco throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Trying a field goal to make it 22-6.
That one's not going to get there. Not enough juice.
Nope.
Ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
They missed it.
They gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this 1st half. We'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down
Good
decision
run,
making
boys.
going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be called for the kicker might get a second thought.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his 1st half of action. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Now Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Richard. And he'll get this this down only to the 18. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Throwing his car on third down. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Wait.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk
28-3.
Great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best
Second quarter.
to press
We are just
advantages
dominating,
when you have them.
folks.
And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. It's caught by Sanders. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah,
28-6.
Stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've reached halftime here. Charleston's already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is
Go, boy, run it, run it, run it, run it.
Comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Got his man. It's Williams. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run it with Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries?
Go, baby!
Traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 56 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Boom!
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get the 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the
36-3.
kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a carry for Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To pass, Flacco. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Perfect. But he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. This is Richard.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Once again, it's Jacobs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 38 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This game is out of reach in game number 1. 42-6.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Now pass complete here to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Flacco now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On on second down. It's Lindsay, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Flacco.
Get rid of it, Flacco.
He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Second down and goal. Flacco looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos get one score closer.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner.
Not really.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
42-12.
It's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like
42-13.
Down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game
Fourth
is over.
quarter.
Wait, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
Holy crap, he's off again!
2015.
Bye!
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
50-13.
Win 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Flacco looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt. Third down here. They'll try the draw, Lindsay. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
50-16.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit.
Run, baby, run, baby.
And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead.
Good running, boys.
We'll leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear that?
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody wouldn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would... yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
56-16.
Continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Flacco. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. They'll find Lindsay here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Flacco. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This fielded at the 2.
56-23.
Still on his feet. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The tackle made by Todd Davis. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Running is Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They can't corral him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there this one goes for 20. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called...
In game 1, what an amazing blowout as my team, the Oakland Raiders, destroy the Broncos. You don't even want to know this score. 56-13. It was over from the get-go. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everybody's having a great Christmas. More football next.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
Welcome to game 2.
Now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Flacco. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle.
3-0.
Opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game.
All right, boys, let's go. Offense first time.
3 first downs and 3 points. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, a perfectly executed crossing route. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. And in this offense, the shifty Lamar Miller sometimes sets the table.
And he's at his best when the number of carries for him approaches 20. Wears down defenses with his speed.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston.
6-3.
51 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, almost
8-3.
lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
On first down, Lindsey, not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run good for 2, here's 2nd and 8. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Passing play, Flacco, open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. First and 10 here for Flacco. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Lindsey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score.
8-3 in game 2.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Setting up to throw Flacco. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Miller, fighting off the defender. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On second down, here's Miller, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On second down now, it's Miller. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And they'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans push further out in front. Now it's Watson. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
14-6
Kicking team.
in game 2.
Bounds there on the kick. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Operating out of the gun, Flacco finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 2nd and 10, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Watch out, boys.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah,
20-6.
That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come
In
up
game
first
one,
and
it was
10.
56-16.
42. Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Flacco. That's complete to Jake Butt. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
20-9.
3 points here. They're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he spins away. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. On second down, it's Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Lamar Miller. Miller with first down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys to make that play.
And let's face
28 to
it was
9.
executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Flacco now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Another run by Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He'll find Lindsey here. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance.
28,
turning it upfield.
13 in game 2.
Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 27. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't
28-13.
So listen, go for it and try
4th
to finish
quarter.
it yourselves.
2nd game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Flacco from the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play call, grab your nerves because now You don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
They're going to get sacked.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Flacco. Taken down here. Great coverage downfield. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Here's Flacco. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They're going with Lindsey, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Texans defense stands tall. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent. Because
Go, baby!
Miller, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 68 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
With 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back.
36.
Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
12.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here.
I do apologize. I said 13. I meant 12.
80%
So
of the time, the team expecting
13 to 36.
the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flacco. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Passing play, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense,
36,
you hate that you've had to call your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers.
Come on, fellas. Set. 19. Check, 47.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 36 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did.
44-16.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Flacco. And his throw is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Flacco. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Brandon Dunn forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Tashad Gibson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip.
Come on, baby, go, go, go before we get down. Boom.
They're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
The
about it.
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
52-16.
Let's go, D.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last gasp for Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
In game number 2, final score 52-22. In game number 1, 56-16.
Remember to like, subscribe, keep comments appropriate and respectful. Tell your friends about the channel. Make sure to subscribe for more.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Yeah! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. This is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks.
Let's go, boys. We get to start on offense.
Stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all.
Good catch.
Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Let's go, boys.
On first down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Breaks the tackle.
Go, go, go!
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, part is pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Trubisky to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And now out comes Houston.
No score.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Second drive.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
We'll see all that his partner. Don't judge the book by its
notification. Wi-Fi connection lost.
And sets it on its head. Great effort there.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 28 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Miller, and he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
3rd and long, it's Watson.
Get rid of it, man.
That complete to Lamar Miller. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling
the ball for the
immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 6-0 our score after 1.
Time for the second.
Trubisky
6-0.
brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start with a give to Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Davis. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll toss it to Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got the completion to Hopkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great.
6-3.
Job.
Hey.
Writing down your answers.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That's good for 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in the center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one.
And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Trey Burton as the first half is winding down. as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't,
14-3.
almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Free kick out of bounds.
Excuse me, 12-3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Setting up the screen for Miller. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half, it's Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check. You want the third quarter already? No problem, let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
12-3 to start the third. In game number 3.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Watson will bring up
Merry
the Texans
Christmas
here
if you guys
first and
are
10
watching.
at the 41-yard line.
Listening.
Watson going to give this one.
Thanks for subscribing if you are
quickly in the
just
backfield.
subscribing.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Tell your friends about us. We play a lot of Madden football here on Nick and Austin's Family Game.
Scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
On we go.
Offense step up and make that play because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a third down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Davis, they'll try to run for it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Gonna let one fly through. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Good catch. Boom.
He's gonna get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Allen Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation, but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start second half.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed
12
well. It wasn't a bad
3,
kick. It
now
wasn't anything
becomes
like that. Just
20
the
to 3.
normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an
Game
outside kick
number 3.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now it's Miller. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there are certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one flip and got his man complete. Pass the
Good
20.
catch again. Boom!
Chicago. Allen Robinson. 75 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance.
That was a great
catch.
catch.
Someone putting a team on their back.
Man,
I think we're talking
75
about
yards.
In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but
26 to 3.
As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Ah, that's true. You've said that before.
58. Let's go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 2nd and 16. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it again here with Davis. And now running right through it. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They go again with Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. A first down carry for Davis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Davis, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 54 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning.
32-3.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Now Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
32.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
32-3. They missed it.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Oh, crap. No. There, got him.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really
32-9.
because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before.
32-10.
Make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Throwing here, Trubisky.
Well, partner, what do you think?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
In game number 3, I win 32-10. Getting ready here for game number 4.
Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always...
All right, we're on defense first.
Game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Here's Flacco. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Flacco. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early.
All right, offense, let's go.
You got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And it's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Powers through again, and he's got room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing lead. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Let's go, boys.
They run again on first down. Chubb fights loose. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score yet, folks. Time for the second quarter.
Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. field. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. This is the fullback, Janovich. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes a little bit of courage and play calling, and maybe we don't give enough credit.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
And a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 40 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
6-0.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Now Mayfield. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
A gain of 3, second down. On second down, it's Lindsay. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A break from the ground game here. Flacco throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll run. It's Lindsay, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and
They
heft,
took a timeout.
and able to really make a big time for their defense.
Second down and goal. Flacco. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and goal, Flacco. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that?
What does it mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 77 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there was no chance that he could actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best
16-3
to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Flacco. They'll find Lindsey here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun, and that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they like some matchups that they had. Thought they could
Missed it. Still remains 16-3.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
16-3.
Kickoff, and they've got this lead as
Here we
well.
go.
We are back.
Starting the 3rd.
This will be
Run it, baby.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
24-3.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Game 4, 24-3. Third quarter.
Bootleg, Flacco. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's Mayfield, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man, complete. The 20.
Go, baby!
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here
30
around it a little bit,
to 3.
but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they
From the gun, Flacco. He completes this to Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Flacco now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. It's a give to Freeman running right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiple.
Dang it,
but I always
my offense, my defense is doing bad.
At the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that.
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in
30 to 9.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go
30 to 10.
high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite extra
30 to 10 our score.
Result, touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we're back now here in Cleveland. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Chubb. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 65 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Denver offense
36 to 10. Now 38
for them
to
a touchdown
10.
their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
38-10, fourth quarter, game number 4.
From what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Nope.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Broncos on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Now Flacco.
Watch out.
Got a man, he finds Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
He's not going to give me.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Got a man open. It's gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check back. 53.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They go pass again with Flacco. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here.
2 minutes left to go.
4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, the grand scheme of things, 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson.
That was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
In game number 4, it was a victory, 38-13. Back in game 1, that was an amazing game, 56-16. Wow, that was an amazing game. Second game, third game, fourth game. Coming up next, game number 5. Here we go for game number 5. We're getting set.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And the Broncos are going to get the football. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
30, past the 20. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown.
That was a good way to start. It's 8-0.
To have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
Welcome to Game 5.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. And his throw here is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 43 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move.
8-7.
They break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To pass, Flacco. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama, and he's a guy who's an absolute flash at the safety position.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Here's Flacco. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the...
And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here we go. Like 20.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he finds his tight end, Salek. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, it's a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo. Good one, and able to haul it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is Salek here with a grab. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think.
16-7.
If we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got
man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap and again to Lindsay. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Flacco. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. from 3 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Now McManus for the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
And he knocks it through. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Quarter number 2, 16-14.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. There's a quick shot to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Garoppolo. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Fights off the defender.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when it's
Oh, shoot. Intercepted. No.
By Justin Simmons. The 30.
He's gone.
10, 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Flacco. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3rd and goal. Flacco. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point.
2016.
Is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Muscles him off. Still on his feet. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
18 yards, first down Niners. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Deep ball, it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, Parker?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line.
This game's interesting.
Thinking as a coach, do I risk it? Do I
24-21.
strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
Second quarter, 2 minutes.
One of the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco, his throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Flacco throwing middle, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Flacco. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Flacco now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Once more, it's Flacco. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through, and that will knock things up here late in the 1st half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you
Tie ball game, 24-24.
And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the gate, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that 1st half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. Let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted.
It's 30,
It's just
24.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his tight end, Salek. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. It's a short one to Salek. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to. He still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Garoppolo finding Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 10. Garoppolo. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
We got this.
38 24. Back in the lead big time. This is a back and forth game.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably told Wes his training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not
24.
is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. He got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Glavin away and bring up second down.
And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Cole.
Boom!
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ouch.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that.
46.
So you really give yourself an advantage.
24.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. A give, running right, Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Flacco from the gun. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And a short gain down to about the 33. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Passing play, Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Butt, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
46, 30.
They were ready. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with a grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Pettis once again the target. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, and it's 3rd and 5. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Crap.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
46-36.
Now Garoppolo to try It's Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance. And that's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
54-36.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Flacco looks to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. And that will be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check
In game number 5, we are a victor. Winning. Big time. I can read the scoreboard here. 54-36. We put on a show, that is for sure. You are watching Nick and Awesome Family Gaming, and we are in the middle of game number 5. Coming up next, we will have our final game, game number 6.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Day.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
Running is Jacobs, and he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's set. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they force a field goal attempt.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them.
Here we go.
If I were the offense, I wouldn't have head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
We often overuse the term heart and soul when we talk about a player being just that for his team, but not in the case of Kyle Long in Chicago. He's shown his ability to be a Pro Bowl guard, a Pro Bowl tackle, but it's his passion for the game, his passion for his teammates that sets the tone for the entire team.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He breaks through another tackle. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
6-3.
69 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. They'll try to run it here. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around.
8-3.
It was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
Offside. Defense.
Face mask.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. On second down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Carter thrown on 3rd and 1. They're able to locate Wilson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit.
Wait a second, they're
because
reviewing
so many
this
times
real
it's
quick.
more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
See what the ref says here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Oh, it's reversed.
Right now. Ready? Cut.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They're took out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go. Do it.
1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score.
Started the second. 8-3.
Here we go.
Here's Trubisky. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as the Bears push further out in front. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. Now it's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again,
14-3.
it felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr gives to Richard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Holding offense.
The flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities. But always making sure no one's holding.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 36, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown.
14-9.
There to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. The man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out.
14-12.
And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. And defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, at some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Carr. Caught by Wilson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr now to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Carr finds Williams, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Carr, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Throw it.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of
Starting the third, it's 14 to 10, or 14 to 12.
Guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference on the defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's going to be a 19-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
14 to 12. Still here in the third.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On the draw, Richard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry when we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
There you go. Run it, baby.
If they get to that spot. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Back to 43. Continuing to fight for more. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 23 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
22-12 in our final game here.
Jacobs, just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Play action, now it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. Past the 20. 25 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. Wiggles free. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
22-16.
Now heading back out onto the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball.
And he's into the clear. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game. Vontez Perfect, the one to get him down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, he's pushed further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And up 2 scores late, no clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the hands team from the Raiders able to secure it.
Come on, fellas.
30-16. Fourth quarter, final game.
Carr now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And
Nope.
That is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
Come on, TD, come on. 58, come on.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Richard. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Carr going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put it into this thing. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Davis. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Davis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key with those guys up front. They've made a lot of space. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
It's just me and you.
On first down, Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
New notification. Wi-Fi connection lost.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
And the final in game number 6 is 30-16. Good game. 30-16. We had a great game. We hope you enjoyed here on Nick and Awesome Family Gaming. If you like what you see, remember to subscribe for more. Tap the bell icon so you never miss any Madden football game here on Nick and Awesome Family Gaming. Peace. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Yeah!
Remember to like, subscribe, keep comments appropriate and respectful. Tell your friends about the channel. Make sure to subscribe for more